Bajaj Auto had recently introduced the 350cc versions of the KTM and the Triumphs, and following that same ideology, Bajaj has now introduced the 350cc version of its flagship motorcycle, the Dominar 400. Now, we have spent some time with the motorcycle to give a sense of how the performance changes and how the motorcycle is handling. But apart from that, we have also ridden the new NS 400Z, which also gets the 350cc upgrade. So a link to that video has been added in the description. And we're going to be talking about the Dominar, which comes with a 350cc engine now. The biggest talk over here is the price change. The motorcycle is now about 36,000 cheaper. So how much of that works in your favor is what we're going to let you know in this video. But before we get going, if you are new to our channel, do consider subscribing to Carandbike for the latest news, reviews and updates from the world of cars and bikes from Carandbike. Okay, then as you can see in the flesh, the Dominar 400 looks exactly the same as the 373C version. So visually, there is absolutely no change in the motorcycle. In terms of equipment also, there has been no change. It has the same cycle pass, the suspension, the brakes, the chassis, all the equipment that you get on the motorcycle for this touring version, which is the only model that you get. The fly screen, everything is the same. There has been no change. What you've got to know is that the curb weight of the motorcycle is slightly lower. It's now 190 kg. So in that sense, it's around 3 kg less than the now discontinued model. But the main difference what comes is on the motor. Now this is a 349cc engine, and what Bajaj has kept in place is that the power figures for this motor are still more or less the same as a 373cc version. Power figures also are more or less the same. Torque figure is slightly lower. The gearbox is again the same. Bajaj has made sure is that the compression ratio of this motor matches of the 373cc version. So the cam profile has been revised and the head has been tweaked a bit so that the power output and the performance of this motorcycle has remained the same. So the mid-range performance, which is the main meat of this engine, has been retained. With that, then coming to the ride experience of this motorcycle, from the previous versions of the Dominar that we have ridden, the only difference what I can tell over here is that in terms of NVH levels, the motor feels a bit more refined. It's is less stressed in that way. So the vibrations that you feel at the handlebar, seat and the foot pegs is lower now. The main talking point over here, since this is a touring motorcycle, so at speeds of around 100 to 110, if you are to cruise at that speed, then the vibrations that you would feel at the seat or at the foot pegs is significantly low. So that will definitely help you, to have a much more comfortable ride. It will be less fatigue that will be coming in when you're riding this motorcycle to consider for long journeys. After spending some time with the Dominar 400, the 350cc version, the main talking point that comes to this motorcycle is the price change. Now, with the 373cc motor, this motorcycle was priced at 2,40,000, and now that price with the lower GST rates is dropped down to 2,04,000. So that is a huge saving of around 36,000, which makes this a pretty good deal. So this motorcycle now makes a lot of sense for someone who wants a motorcycle which is designed for touring. It's got a very approachable seat height, and it is something which is tried and tested, has been around in the market for a good while. So that being said, if the Dominar is what you have been looking for, then this is the best time for you to consider to purchase this motorcycle. So that's all on the 350cc version of the Dominar 400. I really hope that this video has been helpful for you. If that's the case, do consider giving it a like and do share it with a friend who has been considering to buy this bike. So I'm Janak and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching Car and Bike.